Hello, everyone. Me and
Hello.
my friends here have sat through a murder and witnessed it in front of our very eyes. For the very Manchester United have won 9-0. Yes, 9, and I still can't believe it, against Southampton and the band of children, which unfortunately suffered quite an awful misfortune tonight. We'll touch on VAR. We'll touch on all that jazz in a minute. But thanks to a fantastic performance, to which ticking off everything would take me a long time, we've now closed the gap to Manchester City on goal difference to 5 goals and joint top, of course. But it's kind of better with me again. I'm hoping more people will join in because I think this is something we need to get as many involved in as possible. If not, we'll do another show. I will do another show tomorrow with different points of view to get their thoughts so that we can understand on a general spectrum how much this match or result means to Manchester United. So like the banner at the bottom, I could scarcely believe it. And the goal scorers. I couldn't fit all my characters in on the banner thing. It was hard to do it. And the man of the match is all of them. It was too difficult. But yeah, fantastic night, boys. I'm so happy. We've done something I thought in my lifetime I would never have been able to see. I'm still a wee toddler when we won 9-0 against Ipswich all those years ago, and Andy Cole bagged 5. But tonight has been an absolutely outrageous performance. Outrageous. I'm left lost words. Go on, boys. Do it, please. Just put me out of my misery.
Breathtaking from first minute. I just can't believe we won 9-0. I was not expecting that. I thought it would be a close game, maybe a 2-1, but to win 9-0, and how convincing the performance was. It wasn't just the goals. We just looked good. We looked hungry. The forwards looked hungry. They took their chances today. Like obviously previous games we haven't been finishing our chances, but today we are amazing. Luke Shaw, amazing. Wan-Bissaka, extraordinary game. Everyone, I can't fault one player in the team. Every player in the team, even the subs, everyone that played their part today, done something to help us win. So I'm just so happy. We just need to keep it going. Can't just win today and then next week we go back to drawing or playing some boring football. We need to come with the same intensity every week because we can beat. You can see what we done today. Okay, they got a red card early in the game and that kind of changed the game a bit, but we still would have won. So I just want to see the same conviction every match. And if we do this, there's no reason why we can't get back to the top again.
Yeah. I'm over the moon. I don't know what to say. I think last week we said the last game against Sheffield United, we said that every player needs to work hard and they need to leave their all out there on the pitch. And I can't fault one player. I think everyone was superb. I think McTominay, for me, I think he was our man of the match, but I think everyone was superb. The defenders, the goalie, the hair didn't really have anything to do. I think apart from the free kick where he made that good save. Yeah. I think Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw was superb, and that's what I wanted from them from a long time to get more to be more efficient in the final third, to get more crosses into the box, and we need to not just in this game but in every game we need to get more crosses into the box because we have presence in the box. We have Martial or whether it's Cavani playing. These are good players, and Rashford as well is too. So we need to get more crosses into the box. But I'm very happy. Arsenal lost as well, so obviously
yes.
I'm gonna do a Pepe. Do a Pepe for
boil the piss. Yes. Boil it, Mandy. Go on, lad.
Because I don't want to have this because all the Arsenal fans, they were some of them were happy with a draw against us, and they were waiting for us to lose this game, especially after their loss. They were waiting for us to lose so they can banter us. But I'm not having it.
Not today.
We're joint first. They're in a mid-table fight. That's what they are. They're a small club now. All of them. They've been replaced by Leicester for the top 6. I'm not having this anymore. I've had enough of Arsenal fans.
It's clear to see your mentions, Mehdi, were quite active on Saturday. So I'm glad that went well for you. And it's true, and we are starting to see the the downfall of Arsenal and more or less I'm trying not to let myself get ahead of my emotions a bit here, but we're starting to see United we're almost back to our best, I think. Yeah. We're almost back to our best. We just need that consistency. Yeah. We need to continue performing as we've done in selective games we've played very well in, and who knows where we'll go from here. Now, first of all, before we talk about the match itself and generally the outrageous performance the boys put on, we've all watched today's matches and the events that took place in both of them regarding both Wolves versus Arsenal and United versus Southampton, which even still to this minute, I'm still thinking not only has that just happened, it's like, how has it happened? But we take into account, I think a lot of us saw the decision from was Craig Pawson at Molyneux to send off David Luiz for what was a contentious red card for a really tight decision. The second is the Bednarek red card for Southampton. I'm very baffled as to how these decisions came about for the referees. Penalties as they may have been, the red cards are the interesting ones because they made little contact with their respective opponents. Now, the difference between the two, David Luiz's red card was an on-the-spot red card initially and then reviewed afterwards. Whereas when Bednarek committed the foul on Martial, he's not sent him off as Mike did. He's given the penalty, but then been told by the VAR, Graham Scott in Stockley Park, that, bear with me, he's been told by the VAR at Stockley Park that there was, he touched him, it's a foul, it's a penalty, and you've got to send him off. I know we've been victims recently of interesting refereeing decisions, particularly after yesterday's press conference where Solskjaer had been told that the referee's admitting to a mistake in the Sheffield United game where both goals should have been in flip reverse. One should have been given and one should have been disallowed. That being Keane's goal to open the scoring and the equaliser that Martial had disallowed for a push on the goalkeeper by Maguire. Those were incorrect decisions. And now this week, that's happened. So I want you to, without leaving your hat on for United here, as regular football fans, how disappointing is it to constantly, for once again, the referees to be incapable of having a tough time, they're having a tough time, yes, but how incapable do you feel are referees making consistent and effective decisions against teams who feel injustices are being put against them? Hard to I know Kai's got a couple of issues, so Mehdi, you can answer this one first.
I think I said it before. It's not actually VAR, it's the people that are making the decisions. And for me, as much as I hate Arsenal and I dislike them, I don't think the David Luiz one, it was a penalty, but I don't think it's a red card. Yeah. There's no way that can be a red card. With the Bednarek one, it's kind of different because for me, the Wolves one, it's actually the William Jose that hits his leg off David Luiz. So it is a penalty, but I don't think that's a red card. But for the Bednarek one, you can see he makes contact on Martial's thigh and his ankle. He clips his ankle, and you can see in the replays he's not looking for the ball, so he's not trying to play the ball at all. So I think that's what made the mind up for the referees.
I see.
So I to be honest, I don't really care about the Bednarek one or the David Luiz one, but yeah, it's the people behind it. We've gotten decisions that's gone against us, like the penalty on Cavani. For me, that's on the line and that should be a penalty, but it is what it is. We have to just move.
I guess so. Kai's having a few issues with his audio. I suggest Kai just rejoin the stream and then see if that'll fix it for you. But yeah, I tend to agree with you on that one.
Can't hear you, Ahmed.
Yeah, I can hear you, but you can talk. We're talking about VAR, so I'll leave that in the chat for you to see what the topic is about and the two decisions that's happening. But it's baffling for me. I can't understand why, because I'm looking at it again now. We're just having the highlights of that Wolves game being put on my screen. And I've seen David Luiz and Jose coming together. And Luiz makes the minimalist of contact. He hasn't. Yeah, he's made intention.
Can't hear him.
he's made no intention to play the ball. All right, hang on a second. Just having a couple of issues. So, Guy, I can't hear you. Can't hear me. So I will just leave this in here. But yeah, it was a contentious decision. I think that it shouldn't have been a red card myself, but it's something that really bugs me that the refs now are struggling to really keep consistency with the decisions they make in games, and it does grind my gears a bit. It's fact, Southampton the other day, not just tonight, but the other day against Aston Villa, you'd feel, even though it's an arm and handball is basically the sleeve onwards, you still feel a little harsh for them because they could have grabbed an equaliser against Aston Villa, the nature of the time of the game and the opportunity that presented itself. But personally, I would suggest that we would be seeing some consistency a little bit more after last week regarding the decisions made in our game. The referees would have been briefed. They would have been told this is wrong. They should have been more consistent. We should be looking to more consistency. We're looking to make more effective decisions rather than have these not long delays, because you need as much time as you can to make the decision. You do need to make sure, though, that once you feel like something isn't right about a flow of play, for example, a couple of times in the weekend, 2 or 3 interesting decisions were ignored by referees, which could have gone to VAR after and have been reviewed, maybe given a penalty. I think one was at the Brighton game. Another one was at I think one of them was at Brighton. There's another one, I think, in a mid-table match. I can't exactly remember because it's just so crazy this evening. Yeah. But they have to be a lot better. They need to improve their decision making, and there has to be some consistency. So while we wait for Kai to come back so he can hear his point of view, hopefully the audio fixes because he can't hear me apparently. Is there any possible way you see this situation improving for the better, Mehdi?
Yeah, I do, because if you look at the leagues like La Liga and other European leagues, they're implementing the rules correctly. So I think it's just educating the referees on how to use VAR correctly and to make the right decisions. I don't think it's VAR. Actually, I think it's the people making the decisions behind it. So I think they just need to be educated.
Okay, Kai, are you okay there, mate?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, there we go. So we were just covering the VAR topic, which I said we talk about. I wanted to get your thoughts on the 2 decisions that were made tonight in the 2 matches, which I'm sure we both watched.
Yeah.
David Luiz red card against Wolves, which Matthew and I think I've categorically is not a red card, is a penalty, but doesn't require double jeopardy. And the other one being the Bednarek foul on Martial, which led to Bednarek being sent off following a review. How did you view the decisions, and do you think, like we've said, they were not red cards on either occasion?
I agree with both of you. It's not a red card. Obviously, it's a penalty because none of them have made contact with the ball, but it's not a red card. Very harsh to give them both a red card. So I agree with you both that no red card. Penalties is bad enough, but to give a red card on top of it, like you said, double jeopardy.
Well, even the Bednarek one.
Yeah, I don't think that's a red card. I think the penalties is enough because it weren't intentional.
Yeah, for me, I don't think he's looking to play the ball because his eyes didn't go on the ball for 1 second.
True, very true. It's very true. I agree. It weren't going for the ball, but it's like he didn't really mean to touch Martial either. So I'd say not a red card. And they're already losing, so the ref could have just said,
it's one of them ones where
the ref could have said, all right, you're already losing like 7-0 or something. I won't give you a red. He could have just let them off with that one.
Yeah.
And the Arsenal one changed the whole game. Changed the whole game with that red card.
Yeah, it's a weird prerogative when teams have had the ascendancy as Arsenal did in their match. It looked they would more than likely they would have extended their lead against Wolves and gone on maybe to score more than just the one they had at the time before that decision was made.
Yeah.
So had they have scored another one and that had happened, maybe we'd have looked at a different football match. They would have defended a lot better, and you wouldn't have seen them getting mauled by Wolves. But the general scheme of the evening more or less been marred by those decisions. So it's a shame that's the case. But let's talk about on the pitch now. Enough of the mellowing and disappointment about VAR. We've suffered enough, I guess, from referee decisions. So United, 5 goals now off of the top of the league. 9-0 victory. I don't think we can give, as I said, a man of the match to one player because generally the whole team, after the unfortunate the other red card in the game, which was for the young kid, which was a we can't disagree was a it was a bad challenge from McTominay. He's a young kid. I understand it's the first game. You want to get involved as soon as possible, but you do need to temper yourself a little bit.
Worst possible start for him.
It was his worst possible start, yes, and. I think from there you kind of thought, well, this is an opportunity we've been offered to actually go out and take them on. We could get something. And for once, we've taken that opportunity with more than just both hands.
Before that, we wouldn't have done that. Well, a couple games ago, we wouldn't have won 9-0. Previously, we would have struggled to get behind them because they put everyone behind the ball. We would have struggled, but today. We managed to find a way through there. Obviously, the block that they put up, and obviously we got 9 goals.
Okay, we scored 9. Normally, I'd have a particular option available, but or selection for you to choose from. But I guess which one of them was the best of the bunch? That's what I would ask.
I've forgotten.
Okay, so let me tell you how each of them went in. Wan-Bissaka's was across from Shaw on the left-hand side, and he managed to evade Danny Ings to slot it home for the first one. Rashford's one was again Luke Shaw doing some magic on the left-hand side, finding
Greenwood
poking it back for Rashford, drilling it home. Bedrick's that was already bad enough with red card.
He had the worst night.
Oh dear. He scored an own goal as well. Cavani scores an own for the first time this season, and he's in a United shirt. Before half time. 4-0 after that. So the second half was more or less just trying to add to that, and we did that in the 69th minute through Martial. Chest control and then drilling it into the net. McTominay from the outside of the box, it was an absolute howitzer. Fernandes was the penalty. Martial from close range in the 90th minute after some good work on the near side, and ball was fed into him. He just slotted it home. Daniel James doing the same thing Martial did, getting set up for it by Fernandes, who nodded it in and slotted, and he just had a tap in really. So I'm going to say it's between Martial's and McTominay's. Martial's first goal and McTominay's straight after.
I agree.
Because McTominay's strike is just classic Scott. He's outside the box ready to smash it, and he literally pings it into the bottom corner. The other one is what we need Martial to do more often in a United shirt.
Running behind. He's doing that tonight. Running behind. Love that. He's doing that great.
Last week we were on this show, and I told you all he might need a spell out of the team to spur him. Even though we played against 10 men tonight, that will do the world of confidence.
Of course, 2 goals. That confidence will be for the next games coming up. It's going to be great to have that.
Guys, take the floor. It was 2 great goals from Martial. Sorry. Mine is particularly Martial's because confidence booster. How about you guys? Go ahead. Tell me your favourites are in the general feeling about the game as well. Like overall, like how do you feel about it?
Kai, you can go first.
Okay, cool. Thanks. You're right. It's out the Martial first goal and McTominay's goal, but like you, Martial, I think I'm going to give it to Martial because it was a great chest control, turn, bang. And you need to see more of that. Why is it taking you so long to do that? You got the ability. You can do it. You can score. Getting in behind. He's doing that a couple of times. Even with that chip he had, that just nearly got hit. He could have had a hat-trick today. If that was just an inch, just a little bit of too much swerve on it. But if that was the inch to the other side, it's a hat-trick. So I think, for me, he deserves it. He deserves it. And that's going to give him confidence going into the next set of games. And hopefully he can continue scoring for the rest of the season. Second half of the season can be his. Come show that form of last season.
Yeah, I think for me, it's got to be Martial's goal because the way he took it down on his chest and then had the composure to finish it. Yeah. And he shot it with power, and to generate that much power into the roof of the net, I think that's brilliant finish. And we just need to see him do that more often because if he made them type of runs against Sheffield United, we could have won. But I'm not blaming it all on him. I'm just saying he needs to be more consistent in the final third. But I think McTominay's strike was wonderful as well, the way he hit that.
Great strike.
I think McTominay's shooting is actually very good, we've seen him score a lot of goals. Like the Leeds game, I think Arsenal, what was it, 2 seasons ago, where he hit that into the top left corner. Everyone today was brilliant. There's nothing much I can say. I did disagree with the lineup. I wanted Pogba to start, but obviously Oli shut me up.
True.
Today was an Ole Gunnar.
We were talking before, and we were like, "Nah, Pogba needs to start."
Tight one, I know.
We're talking before. We're disagreeing with the lineup because we wanted Pogba to start.
Yeah,
but it's good because now he got a rest as well. But
exactly
9-0.
I think that's the best way you need to get a rest. Knowing, okay, I've played a lot of games. Let the rest of the boys go out there and do it.
And they've done what they had to do.
I've done it. Okay, I can rest a little bit more now.
Exactly.
Now, fantastic, great result, and I'm particularly pleased for everyone involved tonight.
Yeah.
Obviously, harsh on the opposition, but reality is you're not.
Happens.
It happens. It's happened to us on occasion.
It's happened to them before. It's the second time.
We feel sorry for it. Really, we haven't got as much sympathy as we did when fans were.
Why should we?
Nah,
we
exactly.
had that game.
We're here to play. We're here to win. We're here to play football. Yeah,
exactly. Like when we had Roy Keane as captain, he's one, like, people talk about his footballing ability. I think he was a good footballer as well.
Of course he was. Yeah, very good.
The passion he showed and everything. I think that kind of suits me as a person and my personality. I don't think we should feel sorry for anyone because that's the problem nowadays. We show too much respect to, especially the top 6 sides.
Yeah,
we show too much respect. We need to.
We're Man United, man.
Yeah, it's like we need to show more shithousery, basically.
It's a nicer way of putting it would
I agree with that.
being ruthless and not giving a damn about who you're playing against.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree with you.
Every week now. Every week needs to be the same. Can't be feeling sorry for anyone, man. We're Man United.
Absolutely. And that's the theme of this season because of how chaotic it is. You don't know what result is going to turn up next. You'd rather United to keep doing what they're doing. That would be great. And then everything else be chaos around them.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
That's more preferable. So, like, individual performances, I think, really, we've mentioned the goals Martial scored, but individual performances, I mean, for once, a clean sheet. The defense had that one moment.
I was fuming. I thought, come on, man. Concentrate. How can you let your concentration go? No one's looking, and he takes the short free kick. But luckily, we got away with it. It was very close, that one as well.
Slender, by the slender margin. We got away with it. So for those who don't know what Cherry Adams had a goal disallowed, which was only just offside. We would have, if anything, with United's defensive incapabilities recently, wouldn't have been pleased with it. Would have expected more.
De Gea was fuming.
Oh yes.
Get angry. Yeah.
He wasn't happy because he wants more clean sheets. Like he spoke.
We need to keep that up. More clean sheets, man.
Yeah, that's now two in a row as well for United.
Exactly. We need to keep it going.
Keep that going. Defensively great. More of the fun is in the attack now. Keep that going.
Yeah.
And the defenders will do their jobs. Obviously, we took off Shaw and Cavani half time, which may have opened it up a bit, but that idea was to try and increase it. And Solskjaer is expressing the ruthless winning machine he's expected to see. But we're not going to see that all the time. But others, De Gea, as I mentioned, man of the match. I think he's one of the men of the game for that stunning save in the first half. I think we were all expecting Ward-Prowse to bend it into
the corner. Yeah. I was
scared. I thought it was going to.
Yeah, as soon as Cavani gave it away, I thought, no, this guy.
Please,
when it comes to free kicks. Yeah. He's the best when it comes to free kicks, man.
And he scored against United in the reverse fixture earlier this season.
Of course he did. Yeah, he did.
He bent it in at the near post. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, so I was scared, but De Gea done well.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant save. And he gets some calls out tonight. For once, Wan-Bissaka was insane this evening. Scored as well. The guy had scored the opening goal of the evening.
2 goals this season already.
You don't see fullbacks do it very often. But
he's more than certain right backs.
I'm not even going to say it.
We would tell people to come outside at this point.
Come outside.
Trent,
come outside, mate.
Trent, where is he?
He must be tucked up in bed somewhere in Liverpool. I don't know where. But they've got Seagulls to worry about tomorrow. True. And last time, brilliant performance from Wan-Bissaka. He did so well. Trent scored last week against Tottenham, and I saw it
true.
Even still, I thought, that goal was just cheap. This one was pure quality.
Very good goal.
It was a striker's finish.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that to be him coming up in that area. I was shocked when I saw it was him on the end of it. I thought, that's a good finish. Are you a forward? Yeah. To be fair, he's got better though. And
Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka, the last couple of games,
100%.
he's been better at attacking as well. I've seen him today. He's putting in a lot of crosses for once.
Yeah.
Because before he was just turning back, passing to someone else. But today I've seen him get it. He's going on the wing. He's trying to get crosses in. I want to see more of that from him.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
since the Fulham game, him and Shaw haven't put a foot wrong.
They haven't.
They've been better attacking wise, and that's
Than
what we
anyone.
want from them.
Yeah.
And I said this: everyone that doesn't really rate Aaron Wan-Bissaka because of his attacking ability. I said he's young. You just need to give him time. He's gonna improve. He's not gonna be bad at attacking forever. He's only 21, 22 years of age.
Exactly.
He's only gonna get better, and it's good.
If he gets his crossing better, he can be one of the best right backs around. He could be the best in the Prem.
I still think
Because Trent can't defend. Trent still can't defend. Aaron Wan-Bissaka could do the job that he's supposed to do. Defenders are supposed to defend. So if he can get the attacking going, then he'll be unstoppable.
I agree.
I still think we need a probably experienced right back just to come in whenever Aaron Wan-Bissaka's performances start dropping.
Yeah,
just to push him.
Just like Shaw with Tellez.
Trippier's suspected ends in a while. Yeah, someone that someone who's got that knowledge of big games, done it in England with England. He's done it for Spurs. He would probably have, not appreciated being suspended out in Spain while serving.
We probably would have bought him, in January.
Absolutely, yeah. He's a good option. He's a good option. Solskjaer would appreciate someone who's not only good and top class in terms of the national game, but he is also a local lad from the local area. So he would have understood
free kicks.
Good free kicks, good set pieces. He would understand what it's like playing for United, and he's having played for Burnley, which is like a local affair. But he still has an understanding of the area, and the people would appreciate someone close by, like the Rashfords and the Greenwoods of the.
What do you guys think about? You think Dallow's time is up now? If you're going to buy Trippier,
no, Dallow needs still. I think he's still got plenty of time. I rate him.
I like him as well.
I rate him a lot. He's got such a different.
I've watched him a couple of times. He's
Before
improved.
we loaned him out, I said we should keep him, and then Wan-Bissaka and Dolo can learn off each other. Dolo can become better defensively. And
because he was better attacking than defending.
He's the more attacking fullback than Wan-Bissaka. So
he's got better playing in Italy now. He's got a bit better. So I've seen a couple of games, and he looked solid in that game against Inter Milan the other day. I saw him looking good.
Yeah, it was a good performance. He was hard done by some interesting decisions made by Zlatan Ibrahimovic and friends. But
I see a lot of people saying that we should sell him, but I don't think we should.
No.
Personally.
Yeah, he's young. Why should we
still young? Keep him. Exactly.
You can keep him. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. He's got such talent that not many can possess. And there is time for him. He's
so young. He's at 22 or something like that.
20. Well, he's 22 now, I think.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
He's going to start coming good. I think, like you say, Mehdi, learning off each other is a good thing. You can utilize Dallow's ability to put a good ball in and be effective in the final third, as well as Wan-Bissaka's defensive ability. Both of them can equally learn off each other, develop their.
If we do buy a right back, what do you think for him then? Because if we buy another right back, then we have 3 right backs, and we still got that other kid, and we still got that lad that's out on loan.
It's a hard one. Yeah, it's a hard one, but
he won't be ready yet. He needs a couple seasons out probably.
Yeah, we'll see more of Ethan in the next 2 or 3 years. I think. He will break into the team soon.
Oh yeah,
but there's backs there, potential there.
We got some right backs. We got some competition there. That's a good thing to have.
We have a lot of them. Moving on to the other side, and Luke Shaw tonight, who's continued his great run of form. 2 assists for him. Nearly scored. Wish he did. But
I wanted to score badly.
He's poor guy still on that one goal against Leicester, which he scored about 3 years ago now, the opening of the season.
Yeah, I remember that goal.
It's a long time ago. But talk to me about him. Now he's made increasing strides. He's definitely, as you've just spoken about, making the most of the fact that there is competition in his position with Tellez now, who will, I think, in the Europa League get time to play.
Yeah.
But he will also still want to get a spot in the first team to show Luke, yes, you're doing well there, mate, but I'm not going to let you get away from me that easy. Mm-hmm. He will still want to play games. He will still want to contribute to the team's good form.
I can't see him being dropped at the moment. He's looking like one of the first names on the team sheet. Like, he's been excellent recently. I can't believe he's fulfilling the potential he had when he was at Southampton and when we first brought him. He's showing that kind of potential because obviously he had the He had the bad leg break. Then obviously Mourinho kind of dented his confidence a bit, but he's coming back showing that he can be like the best left back around, and he'll soon be back in that England team as well because he's been one of our best players of the season. I heard people saying that he could even be up there for our player of the season because he's had a very good season so far. Yeah. So I just hope he just continues. And people always used to say that he don't get enough assists. Well, today and over the season he always puts in crosses, but the strikers have never finished them. I've seen a lot of chances he's created and they're not finishing. So he should have way more assists than he actually has. But I think if he continues like this, he's gonna just keep on getting better, and he won't be able to be dropped from us.
Yeah, I think his attacking ability has always been there, but I think it's just it was I think for me it was a lack of confidence. I think because you can see it probably 2 seasons ago. Every time he would go forward, he would always cut back. And he wouldn't really be attacking. I think that's because maybe he was scared of getting another bad injury, but I think now he's gone over it. And the thing that impressed me the most was obviously the 2 assists that he got, but I think you could see his speed that he had when he first joined United.
Yeah,
he's got that speed back.
Very quick.
I've always liked Shaw. I always backed him, but there was a time where he wasn't really performing as much, so I couldn't really back him anymore. But he's finally repaying all the people that backed him, and there's a lot of United fans that think he's not good enough. Well, he's quieting them right now. I think he's probably our best player at the moment.
Yeah. One more thing. He stayed clear of injuries as well. Yeah. That's another thing.
I think the whole squad has to be fair.
True.
I don't remember, maybe Brandon Williams and Phil Jones, but they never really played, to be honest.
Nah. Yeah, we actually stayed considering all the other big teams have got injuries. We haven't really had much serious injuries this season.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, again, that, boys, is why he's been given a lot of faith by Solskjaer. And it's what happens when you put, we say this a lot as fans the last couple of years about the managers who have hooked players. I mean, for me, it harks back to 2015 when Louis van Gaal got rid of Nani. He got rid of Van Persie and Chicharito. It's obviously, helped the agenda of the youth team. Obviously, it helps in the end with Rashford and Lingard at the time coming through. We saw a bit of Varela and a bit more of Borthwick Jackson at the time.
Taylor Blackett as well.
Yeah.
And McNair.
That's it. A lot of talent came through that season.
Yeah.
When United had big issues with injuries like the ones we had with Shaw and Schweinsteiger, who consistently got injured, we saw he put an arm around the youth shoulders, but I feel like sometimes you could do that with some of the more established names. With desperation of a strikers at the time, we would better off have kept. We would have been better off keeping Chicharito. Real Madrid.
Never sold him.
We should never have sold him. And look at it now. If he had kept an arm around his shoulder, maybe we wouldn't have been in such a difficult season that time. I hark to it because Luke Shaw now, since 2015, obviously, has now been the scapegoat a lot of the time for Man United's inability to perform at a high level and help us get up that spot in the league or the difference in a game for us for a long time. And for once today, he has probably been one of the best players on the pitch. So I definitely think he agrees. I can't stay on too long, lads. I've got something to do. So let's finish up with the attack now. The attack were obviously ruthless tonight. Cavani deserved his goal. He really needed one. I think he needs to keep on scoring and encouraging himself to get more goals on the tally. So he deserves that. He got a good one. Fernandes was the general man of the match because 2 assists and a goal from the spot, so he deserved that one too. Rashford and Greenwood also did very good, solid performances. Rashford needs that goal as well for his confidence. Greenwood, I feel missing out tonight, but there are chances for him. I have a feeling next week against West Ham is a good opportunity. It's a cup tie, different sort of game. May need someone clinical there compared to the scruffier league games we've been playing recently. And off the bench as well. Daniel James got one tonight. Martial, we mentioned a double. And I think we've got something to look forward to now. We have more than just goals to look forward to. We have wins now, which will boost our confidence, will increase our opportunity at closing the gap against City. You have a difficult match tomorrow against Burnley. Having seen how they played against Sheffield United, they're not having it all their own way, and Pep rotated that game to make sure that he was all set for Burnley. But as fans, we hope, but
we need
this is regularly. We would, but in a normal scenario, Man City always pipe Burnley. It's a regular
Yeah,
season.
but then Man City got Liverpool on the weekend, so that might be
No,
where they drop points.
We
That could be a
should
draw.
worry more.
Who knows?
Yeah, we should worry more on our game against Everton first on Saturday, and then see what we get, and then we'll see what happens the next day when the two other teams meet. But
we can beat Burnley. If we can beat Everton, that'd be good for us.
Yes, we just have to make sure we get that result nailed down first.
Oh, yeah, so we go top. We go top, isn't it? If we win,
we would go top before City played on Saturday, on Sunday. No matter what happens tomorrow, unless they draw. If they draw, then we can go top on Saturday. Okay. But a win for them is more or less academic for them to stay 3 points clear. Yeah. We'd only be joint top again. The cycle would keep going round and on and on and all that stuff. So the only hope we have is that this result to boost our hopes of keeping the gap between us and City close as possible and distancing. We've more importantly distanced ourselves from fourth place by a good amount now. For about 5 points clear of Leicester, who obviously losing on Sunday.
They lost the other day.
They lost on Sunday, so that helps us. They have to play tomorrow night against Fulham, which is no easy game for themselves. But
they lost against them last time.
Yeah, they did lose to them last time, so this might be a chance.
Hopefully, Fulham can get a win.
This might be Fulham's chance. They've brought 2-3 players in. Hopefully, they can kick on with their hopes of winning a game. And there's also West Ham, who you have to play next week. Everton play Leeds. That's a tight one as well. And then you have Liverpool and Brighton, which is the late kick-off. Spurs and Chelsea on Thursday. Ooh. We'll be fine. Okay. It will be. I think we'll be okay holding on to second place this week. And that's thankfully due to the results that have transpired in the last 2.5 days. Moving on to Everton quickly, guys. How do you look to that game? You mentioned Kai, obviously good to keep the momentum going. Got to keep attacking opposition. Will be a very different game. We won't be as lucky on Saturday, for sure.
It won't be 9.
No, it won't be as lucky as we
knows? Who knows? We didn't think it would be 9 today, so
no. But we did in the reverse. Last 2 fixtures at Goodison, I've seen United win in the league and in the cup. We had a little bit of a harder time in the cup tie, but we got there in the end.
Yeah.
So how this time we're at home, we've won at home again. How crucial is it that we get a result against Everton and make that momentum count for something before Liverpool City play on Sunday?
We need to win. We won today, so everyone should be confident. No one should be going into the game playing any different to how we played today. We should do exactly what we've done today. From the first minute, we try playing, we try attacking, and if we play exactly how we do today and we keep it tight at the back, there's no reason why we can't win again. So we just got to play exactly how we done today, because we showed today that there's no reason why we can't attack teams from the off and keep it going for majority of the game, because that's what we've done. So it's very important that we win, just to obviously keep pressure on City. Who knows what will happen in their game? If they were to drop points, then obviously more games to come. We just got to keep consistent, and this obviously hopefully at the end of the season we're in with a chance.
Yeah. The thing I'm confident, but with this United side, you don't know what you're gonna get. It's like Jekyll and Hyde. Someone said it, and that's perfect. It really is like Jekyll and Hyde. You don't know. One day you'll get a 9-0 like today, and then the next day you'll get the Sheffield United. So I'm hoping we get the 9-0 that we got today, but I'm confident. Obviously, the boys have to be confident, but it won't be easy because Ancelotti's a good coach. They have James Rodriguez back as well, and he's important to their side, and he's a threat. So we need to be careful of him. But apart from that, we should win the game. We're Man United, obviously, and the boys, everyone in the team has to be confident. I think it's a game for Martial rather than Cavani, because I think Everton, they deal well with crosses into the box. So I think we need someone that can hold the ball up and link up play on the floor like Martial. And obviously he's got his confidence back.
True.
Yeah, I'd say the same. But more importantly, recently Everton lost to Newcastle at home.
Oh, yeah.
And, we kind of not only need to get a result against them, but their game in hand against Manchester City is a crucial one for us as well. So we will need them. We will need to not only have a good performance ourselves against Everton. We can't trade one for the other. We need to win against them on Saturday, and then hope that their next game in hand against City, when they get to play it, is an opportunity for them to sort of slow them down and hopefully beat them. But history says when Everton and City meet, when there's a discrepancy in games and it's in the middle of nowhere, not often is there a lucky side for. We're not lucky. Let's say that we're not very lucky. So we hope for better. But each man of the match, easy for me. It is Luke Shaw. Even though Bruno Fernandes got a goal and an assist and was given a separate man of the match, they gave somebody man of the match on BT. You guys, quickly, your man of the match.
I'm gonna also say Luke Shaw. He was just so impressive today. Every time he got down the channel, you knew he was going to deliver something, a good cross or a good pass, and obviously he set up 2 goals and he had a hand in Rashford's goal as well. So yeah, Luke Shaw for me.
I agree, Luke. If it agrees with you there, mate,
yeah,
with you.
I agree.
Man of the match performances on the regular.
Yep.
Ready?
I don't think I can give it to one person. I think the whole team.
Yeah, we've generally given it to the whole team, but anyone.
If I had to pick a player, it'd be Luke Shaw.
Yeah,
because
he's
been our best player since I don't know when his last bad game was. So I think it's got to be Luke Shaw.
Yeah,
I'm very happy with it. So.
Yeah, it's been. I think I'd say it's been a while since we've seen him play badly, but top props to him. Mehdi and Kai, really appreciate again both of you coming on. What a night, eh? What a night. We all sleep like babies this evening.
Of course.
No hassle. We can watch tomorrow with no pressure. That's the best part about it. Thank you so much, guys. So all of you watching on YouTube and Twitter, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. We recently hit 100. We hit 100 subs on YouTube, by the way. So massive. Keep following us. Massive thank you to all of you who joined in.
Yep.
Hit the like button, subscribe, and all that jazz on YouTube and the Twitter feed. Retweet, share,
everything. Yes, go.
Join us. We'll keep going. We'll get this content drilled out and out there for you. But we appreciate you sticking on. For us, it's been a great night. Until then, boys, appreciate it, and I'll see you very soon. Take care, guys.
Later.